Shark and sheep shit.
Hi, Shark.
Hello.
You didn't know what to say, did you? Well, I got a question for you, Shark.
Hmm?
Why must we, oh, wise one, always go to war?
Because I said so. Fool, do you need a reason more?
Well, of course not. You who knows and says all truth.
You better not be kidding, or I'll slice you with my tooth.
Whoa. Well, I'll support you if it kills me, oh deliciously fragrant one.
I'll fire you if you suggest I am not serious or fun.
Huh? Your image is impeccable, oh most immaculately dressed.
I think I'll go insist a pastor swear that I am blessed.
I thank you for your wisdom. Shall we meet again tomorrow?
Not unless I get more time to rob and steal, not borrow.
Whoa, baby. Yeah.
At night, when you cannot find your way, and the game's too rough to play, and you don't know what to say, come to me, my child.
Why did you feel so strongly about what was going on?
Well, when I saw that, I knew it was wrong. Okay. I mean, I had been, even when they did the March on Washington, I knew it was wrong. I wasn't a deep,
Was there something that had happened, some experience?
not that I can remember.
See, if I could just interject a short story. When I was, I don't know, maybe third, fourth grade, I went to a camp, summer camp, and I was friends with this little black kid. And one day we were standing at the snack bar waiting to get, and some white kid came along, took off my red baseball cap, threw it down in the puddle. I ran off crying, and what was it? I think his name was Eddie. The little black kid followed me and was like, Rod, are you okay? That incident I've always
Wow.
remembered, and I think, particularly since I didn't really know any other black kids growing up, that influenced my appreciation for black people. I mean, I don't know how to say it, but I think it was a positive experience for me.
Yeah. No, I never had anything like that. I mean, there were a lot of sayings when I was young that I didn't ever really connect, like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay. Ain't no tigers in that one,
Right. Right.
and all of those things, but they never really hit me hard until I went to that gathering about the swimming pool.
Okay.
So then when I graduated and I said I would go down and teach, I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? I ran up to the education department at Boston University. I couldn't find anything about what fourth graders were supposed to learn, which is just as well, because when I got there, I had from one child who didn't know you go left to right to read, to another girl who was at a sixth grade level.
Yep.
Okay. And so I went down there, and my boyfriend's mother was wonderful, and I found a furnished apartment close, and in North Augusta. I taught at Tryon Elementary School. Now, just when they finally desegregated the next year, of course, it wasn't Tryon anymore. It was Belvedere Annex. Anyway, so I went, and I was scared to death. I had never really been close to anyone black. I walked in, and they'd never been close to anyone white. And I walked in the first day, and some kid comes up to me and say, Ms. Berg, may I speak? And I said, sure. And the kid did a 180 and ran down the hall. And I went, oh, I wonder what happened. And another kid came and said, Miss Berg, may I speak? And I went, yeah. 180 down the hall. What I found out was that sort of says, may I go speak to my little brother and sister and give them their lunch money?
Oh.
So that was my first language lesson.
Right.
Yeah, so the kids would want to go through my arm and trace the blue veins. They'd want to feel my hair, you know.
To see if you were real or what.
Huh?
See if being a white person is similar to being a black person, kind of a thing.
Well, I guess. I mean, I was the first white person they'd ever really known. Okay, and so we worked and worked, and every now and then I said, "Would you please do as I ask?" And they'd say, "Miss Berg, we ain't going to do what you say because we know you ain't going to whoop us."
Yikes!
So that was pretty difficult, but they liked me and I liked them.
So let me ask you this: in terms of how many years did you teach at that
Just
school?
the one.
Just the 1 year.
Mhm.
What were some of the, or at least one, like harmful sort of incident that you might have witnessed? And then I'm going to ask you what was one of the more compassionate or caring incidents you.
Let me take you forward the year. In the spring, that's when people do field trips, right?
Of course.
So I thought, I want to take these kids on a field trip. So I called the newspaper.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, of course. I hear my white voice on the phone. Yes, that would be great. When would you like to come? And I'd suggest a date, and they'd say, okay, now what school is that? And I'd say CHARUMPH Elementary. And they say, that's not on our list of school. Oh, that's a colored school. I'm sorry, we're redecorating that day.
Oh, jeez.
So finally, I called Delta Airlines. And I say this only because I have such a soft spot now and always have since then about Delta Airlines. They said, absolutely, come on down.
To do what?
To see the airport, to see the
Oh, wow.
planes, you know, because they were so scared of planes.
Yeah.
So we got on the plane, and somebody brought them pretzels and a drink. They all took a tour of the cockpit and
Wow.
everything. And it just to take it forward 30 years or 20 years or whatever, Donna, Miss Berg and Andy,
yes.
Donna,
Yep.
yeah, that Donna.
That Donna.
After they graduated high school, she immediately went into the Air Force, and she did very well in the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
And she retired, and she lives in South Carolina, and she has a video. She has a YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
That's Donna, D-A-T-Z, Donna, D-A-T-Z,
Is that two
Donna.
words or one word?
2 words. That's Donna. And she goes around and videotapes barbecue festivals and stuff like that. And it's really fun to watch.
Cool.
And so she and I have remained close. Another one of my kids, Mary Ann, she could read my mind. And I would come home
What language is your mind in?
who God only knows. But I'd come
That's
home
possible.
from school every day. Before I got in the door, the phone would be ringing, and it would be Mary Ann. And I loved her, but, you know, this was too much. So I got my number changed to an unlisted number. The first day with my unlisted number, I walked in the house, and the phone was ringing.
How did she get it?
And I said, Mary Ann? She said, yeah. And I said, how did you get this number? She said, well, I told the operator that my mom had just changed the number, and I really had to get in touch with her.
Kids, man.
So
More
Mary
clever than us.
Ann ended up living with me in the summer after. She came up north and lived with me, and you know, we're close to this day.
Cool.
I mean, I'm close to 5 or 6 of the 23 kids.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
And-
Okay, I'm gonna
ask a
cut
question.
here because
Sorry.
we probably have more than enough for one, maybe even two shows.
You don't
But-
know, you don't care that they said, we ain't black, we're colored, and I said, so am I. And they said, no, you white. I said, no, I'm not, look at this. Or they called me Mrs. Long Nose. And I said, Long Nose, come here. I got the one with the widest nose, got a ruler, measured from here to here, and from here to here. I said, we're equal.
Hi, princess, how are you? Hey there, Jake, how are you? Good, I'm fine, what you doing? Not much, Jake, how about you?
Okay, this is another song from way back way back when. And I'd like to dedicate this to my two older kids, Liz and Mark. And you'll know why. It's a song called This Great Distance. So tell me, child, do you wear slippers in the morning when you rise? Do you wake up all bright and chipper? Are you rubbing sleep out of your eyes? It's breakfast time, but I'm not near you. Are you dressed and ready for the day? I wish so much that I could hear you. Hey, Dad, will English muffins be okay? But I don't even know what kind of clothes you wear to school. I never get to see you in the morning light, and sometimes this great distance in between us seems so cruel. My days with you too quickly turn to night. So tell me, child, again, who is your best friend? And what do you two talk of on the phone? Of shopping sprees and how much you'll spend. Do you ever talk of me, how I'm alone? Do you remember how we used to snuggle? And how we used to sing our favorite song? Do you know that I sometimes struggle and wonder how in your world I belong? And I don't even know what kind of clothes you wear to school. I never get to see you in the morning light, and sometimes this great distance in between us seems so cruel. My days with you too quickly turn to night. We don't share jokes now at the dinner table, or look at papers handed back in class. I'd come to all your games, but I'm not able. And on parent-teachers night I have to pass. But please remember that I love you. My child, you are part of me. And probably these few words are not enough to convey what's in the very heart of me. And I don't even know what kind of clothes you wear to school. I never get to see you in the morning light, and sometimes this great distance in between us seems so cruel. My days with you too quickly turn to night. Yes, I don't even know what kind of clothes you wear to school. I never get to see you in the morning light, and sometimes this great distance in between us seems so cruel. My days with you too quickly turn to night. My days with you too quickly turn to night. My days with you too quickly turn to night. I love you guys. I'd like to recite a poem entitled Length. The poems are getting shorter now. Thank you. That's one of my favorite poems. Okay, now I'd also like to read a little story here, which a lot of people have been asking for. Not really, of course, but it's entitled CHARUMPH, A Life Before Crime. The lake has dried up. What? I said, the lake has dried up. I heard you the first time. Yeah, but I didn't, and I'm the one who asked the question. Oh, what question? What? I can't hear you. Who are you? I'm a reporter from Channel 3 Weather. And I'm the captain of the Bowtown Chamber of Commerce Hurling Committee. I know your title. What's your name? What's your name? I asked you first. Yes, but I come from Manhattan. Yes, but I come in Manhattan. What the fuck does that mean? It's code. Cold? No, stupid. Don't call. Telephone for Mr. Derlisher. Right here, please. That'll be 2 cents and a nickel, Mr. Derlisher. Will you take a check? Do I look like an idiot?
Fake it. Fake it.
I'm gonna cut now. This can be some sort of prequel to another show with Auntie BITE. So I'll say bye for now, even though it's not really bye, but bye. Well, hello, boys and girls, once again. So good to see you. This is, of course, your Auntie BITE. Well, actually, I'm Rod's Auntie BITE. I could adopt you for a certain price if you're interested. But Rod has written a bunch of poems. And it's these, I hope you can hear me. Let me move this microphone over. I'm still not certain as to how to use all this stuff. It's so technical. My brain, whatever's left of it, doesn't work too well with technical stuff. What I like to work with is poetry. And so I'm going to read another one of Rod's poems. Did I tell you I was Auntie BITE again? Anti-BITE, book banning, ICE, Trump, and Epstein. That's what I'm Auntie BITE about. This first poem is called Actors Like Hummingbirds. I wonder what this could be about. And I'm dedicating this, by the way, to the wonderful actors and directors and sound people, musicians, etc., that I've worked with, and the folks that work on the stage, etc., 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 here on Cape Cod in various theaters. So, for you folks, actors like hummingbirds flit from flower to flower, scene to scene, line to line, sucking nectar out of petal, pistil, stamen, diving deep into narrow marrow, delivering to delighted audiences panoplies of possibilities to win another breath, another brush with death, averted or diverted into moments of minuscule, momentous meaning. And I'm not sure if I want to, I don't seem to be in a real talkative mood today. I apologize because from the countless, mostly because I haven't counted them, emails I've gotten about the show and about my particular part in the show, which I think is, I don't want to say anything about the other parts of the show. They're okay. But personally, when you hear the phrase, that's where the money is, I mean, just look at me, folks. So, but I don't feel much like talking. I feel like maybe reading another poem, and this will be part of the same show. Last time, or the last few times, by the way, have you folks noticed that I finally took off that facial hair that was bothering me? And it didn't, I've gotten many more interests, likes on that page in the dating app that I happen to use now that I've shaved a little bit. Don't you think I look a little bit cuter? Maybe?
What do you think? Come on, you can tell me. Okay, so I'm going to move along to this other one. Oh, this is one that's kind of okay. The first one, to be honest with you, I wasn't that crazy about. Maybe you'll like this one. We'll see. Maybe you've already turned off and I'm not even speaking to you right now. This poem is entitled Shh. Monday. Opened the refrigerator door. Tuesday. Took out the mayonnaise. Thursday. Put back the jar I was supposed to put back on Wednesday. Friday. Threw away the crust of the sandwich. Saturday. Got fired from my job at the paper factory. Sunday. Quit my job at the glue factory. Monday. Enrolled in a ballet class. Tuesday. Bought tights. Wednesday. Thought I saw a small elephant in the backyard. Thursday. Broke out the binoculars. Friday. Did my first plie. Saturday. Bought a dictionary. Sunday. Looked for tracks in the dirt. Monday. Looked up the word ballet. Tuesday. Found small elephant turd. Wednesday. It smelled like rain. Thursday. Liza Minnelli called. Friday. Looked up an old friend's number. Saturday. Looked up a friend's dress. Sunday. Looked up the word word. W-E-R-D. Monday. Thunder. Tuesday. Liza called back. Wednesday. Took out a pop gun. Thursday. Shot small elephant shadow. Friday. Graduated head of my class. Sunday. Reviewed what I did on Saturday. So there. This one is called, again by my nephew Rod, Stupid Reality. Anybody know where this line, these two words come from? You will in a second. Stupid reality, Homer says, and he should know, I'm sure. Stupid because his eyes are blind and reality is pure. Pure everything we know, but there is much which we deny, preferring to believe in liars who want the whole damn pie. You know where I'm at on this one, hi folks. What's happened to my voice? Well, you can't say for sure they lie. Oh yeah, that's what you think. I've got a list of 40 quotes, and they're all lies that stink. Go on, you fools, believe those words. Look past good folks now dead, or dealing with the memory of rape, which stuffed girls' lives with dread. Will you partner with the men who say, enough of this charade, instead of with the girls laid down in beds where they were made into containers for men's amusement, into their punching bags, then thrown away when turned of age, as if turned into hags? Release those files for our daughters. Please, please do not lie. But they lie and lie and lie and lie as we let young girls die. Yeah. I'm picking poems. It seems like that Rod was quite a bit more serious about. Sometimes he writes humorous poems, although he really doesn't have a great sense of humor. Sometimes I chuckle a little bit, but mostly that's pretending because I want him to feel okay. He's my nephew. I care about him, but where does he think this stuff is funny? I do not know. So again, I don't really feel like talking about this. It's too serious. I think Rod's poem says it all. That's, he's pretty good about that. The poems, he's pretty good about. Or did I just say he wasn't? What did I, sometimes, what was I just saying? Well, in any case, it's good to be with you again, but I think it's time to be going. So this is Auntie Bite saying,